has, by this adoption, approved the nominations of His Excellency the President of the following persons as Justices of the Supreme Court in accordance with Article 1442 of the 1992 Constitution. The persons are Justice Barbara Francis Akayensu and Justice Samuel Kwame Adibu Aseju. The President is now empowered to proceed to appoint these two as Supreme Court Justices. I have 2 points to comment on. I think these two judges should have been in the Supreme Court long ago. Justice Barbara Francis Akayensu was the yearmate of the current Chief Justice. They were called to the bar the same year. And she was an excellent student, and throughout she has distinguished herself as a very deep, learned, professional lawyer. I don't know why it took that length of time for her to get to the Supreme Court. Justice Samuel Kwame Adibu Aseju, I've been questioning why he was in the the High Court from 2006 to 2019. I just can't fathom why that happened. Because he's been a very excellent lawyer and judge. And in fact, recognized internationally. And an academician, did very well at JIMPA, and the progress was so slow at the bench. I just couldn't imagine it. And he never went for anything apart from excellence. He had, on a number of occasions, talked about lawyers preparing and appearing before him, and talked about those who were not well prepared and those who were well prepared. So I think that we should really look at these matters and maybe, as one of them suggested, come out clearly to guide people on the benchmarks or merits or otherwise, or criteria in the assessment and appointment of judges to the Supreme Court. It's very important. But I can only share with you the experience of one family where the woman felt that there was injustice in the house. And so she kept on complaining about the lack of justice in the house. And then took a puppy and named the puppy Justice. The man went out in search of a response and saw a publication titled The Search for Justice. So he bought the book, took it to the house, and placed it at a place that the wife would see the publication. And when the wife saw the publication and read the title, she got so angry because she realized that that was a response to her request for what? Justice in the house. So, in search for justice. That is where we are all doing now. And I pray that we ourselves will have to look within ourselves to lead, to provide this justice. As for the number of judges in the Supreme Court, I will go with those who think that the remit, the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in Ghana is so wide, so large, is so huge that the framers of the Constitution did not just leave that for Parliament to legislate, to give the limit. It's for good reason that they only gave the minimum and left out the maximum for good people in government to at any time determine the right number. Unfortunately, politics has entered into this arena. I recall a few years ago, the insistence was 13. And during discussions, it was agreed 15. Today, the discussion has shifted. You can't lead a country that way. You can't govern that way. There is no meritocracy in this country, and we need to work towards that. With that, we can get justice. I'll leave it here, and then we'll do the last item according to the guidance I have from leadership.